On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about remarketing with your YouTube videos. And today's episode is made possible by, well, a very special webinar that we did the other day for a new product. Well, not a new product, a new version of a very good product that helps you to find leads. Myself and a good friend, David Sprague, have put together a program that I think you're really going to love. Not only does it teach you how to find new businesses, and Steve's pointing to himself because he uses this himself, it's going to help you find those businesses and it's going to help you to sell to those businesses. So if you want to check this out, you can go right now to leadkahuna.com/Ray, and that's actually where you can pick up the software. And if you want to watch a replay of the actual program, you can go to raisebonuses.com/leads. And believe me, you're going to want to watch this. It's about an hour and a half training that we did. It was live the other day. We're also going to be posting it live on Facebook tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So if you're on Facebook, you can watch a copy of that there, and it's going to be a tremendous program. And Steve, you got something to say about this?
Yeah, Lee Kahuna, he's really beefed that thing up. If you had it a few years back, and I got to thank Courtney Kostelucky for letting me use his a couple of years back, it's much beefier now. You're going to love it. I'm really impressed.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and this is the longest intro we've ever done, but that's okay. I don't care because it's important stuff. Yeah. Because even if you're watching this, or listening to this 2 years from now, it's going to be something that's important, and I'm sure that link will still exist for checking it out. But this is not just a software. This is an entire program that teaches you how to find and then close these different clients in a variety of different ways. And I've been using it for literally about 2 weeks now, and I've already picked up 5 clients because of this. In fact, I talked to 2 lawyers, one last night and one this morning. I'm meeting with them next week. And honestly, for those of you who don't know, I recently moved across the country, so I'm kind of starting from scratch with local businesses here because I'm not in California anymore. I'm now in Georgia, and so I don't have any clients out here. So I'm basically starting on my own from scratch, and I've been here for 5 months and, done the normal little things and picked up 1 client. Well, in the last 2 weeks, I've picked up 5. And it's all done automated through Lead Kahuna. Absolutely amazing program. But more important than even just the program is what David teaches as far as how to find the proper people to market your stuff to and what you should market to them. It's very, very cool stuff. So if you want to check out that webinar, again, if you're watching this live, we're going to be having a session on Facebook on Saturday morning at 11, so you can just look at my Facebook page to join us there. But you can always go to raisebonuses.com/leads, Leads, to see a replay and learn all about it. So, with the world's longest introduction set aside, are we ready to hit the music?
Let's hit the music.
Let's hit that music. Here we go.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy. I'm Steve Sleeper on the Show podcast network. Hey, we've got a Facebook page. We do. Of course, now with all, we do. And of course, now with all the, it's called, guess what? Video Marketing Madness.
How clever.
Now with all the Facebook algorithm changes, if you want to see stuff, and I do share a ton of nice articles, very informative articles that are going to help your video marketing business, just head on over there, click on following, and then click on see this first.
Yes, indeed, and that will help. And that's
what were you doing there? Were you mimicking me?
No, I was pruning. I'm on TV here. For those of you who are listening, you're only getting half of this. We're actually live. You can see us if you're on Facebook. I got to look pretty.
Yeah. Well, it's not working.
I know, but that's okay. So, one other thing I want to mention, Steve, we kind of joked about this a little bit beforehand, or talked about it a little bit beforehand, but aside from wonderful program that we talked about at the top of the show. We've got a live session that's going to be coming up in Orlando on April 19th through the 21st called the Com Expo, and I'll be talking there. So if you want to come and see me live and you want to experience all that I am in person, shake my hand, bow to me, whatever you want to do, you can do that at the Com Expo. I'm going to be talking a lot about Facebook Live, but not only I'll be talking about Facebook Live, we'll also be able to meet and talk about a variety of different things. There's going to be a lot of presentations. Omar Martin is putting this one together. There's Mike Filsame is going to be there, and Brett Ritecki is going to be there, and Todd Gross is going to be there, and Liz Tomey is going to be there, and a whole bunch of other people. And it's going to be a tremendous event. It's in Orlando, Florida, so it's a great place to head. And you can go there with your family because, your family can go to Disney World. I think my wife and daughter may come and go to Disneyland, and that's the 19th through the 21st. Steve, you had something to say.
Is it at one of the Disney hotels or
no? It's actually
Center,
you had to say that because now I'm not going to know the actual location in Orlando. It's in Orlando. That's all I can tell you.
It's in Orlando. just look it up. I think you've got it on your Facebook page.
I do, and you can go to raisebonuses.com/expo to learn more about it and pick up tickets for the expo. And the great thing is, if you buy a ticket from my page, raisebonuses.com/expo, then we're actually going to do a very special session in the evening where we're going to go out and we're going to go to an escape room and we're going to work together to solve a mystery. So you definitely want to purchase through my tickets because we'll go out to dinner and do a little mastermind, and then we're going to go to an escape room and try to escape and solve a mystery. So it should be a lot of fun. Cool. And may have some extra special guests that come along with us for this. So it'd be a great opportunity to really get to know certain people that you may want to meet and learn from. So should be a lot of fun, but that's what you got to do. You got to go there right now, raisebonuses.com/expo, pick up your tickets and join us at the Com Expo in Orlando, Florida, April 19th through the 21st. So there you go.
Yeah.
Shameless plug over. Second,
well, but if you're in the area, if you're anywhere from Jacksonville to Tampa, why not? I mean, it's something to do.
If you're in Australia, just fly over.
Flash.
If you're in Cuba, you can swim over.
Yeah, that's right.
So, be a long swim and then a long hike once you get across there.
Take a raft.
Yes, be wonderful. You definitely want to be there, though. We're going to learn a lot about the focus of the show is essentially making money online. I mean, that's what it's going to be all about. I'm talking about Facebook Live and how we use that for that exact purpose. But there's going to be people talking about all sorts of different things on how to do that. So definitely one you want to join us for because it's going to be a great little program. So with that, today we're going to talk about how to remarket to your viewers. So for those of you who don't know a lot about remarketing, or what some people call retargeting, essentially what that is that's the ability to put a pixel on somebody so that when you run an advertisement, you have a way to reach that audience. The big thing that you probably know this from is if you've ever been to Amazon and you've looked at a product and then that product seems to follow you all over the web. No matter where you go, that product is showing up on people's web pages and ads. It's showing up on Facebook and ads. That's because you've been retargeted and are being remarketed to. And so remarketing allows you to send ads to people who have done specific things. And in the case of YouTube, you can actually do a lot of remarketing and do some really fun stuff based upon people's actions with your YouTube videos. For instance, if you want to run an ad, you can run ads to people that have watched a certain video. So if they watched a video about, if you've got 3 different products, product A, product B, product C, and somebody watches a video about product B, well, you can then run an ad specific about product B to that person because they watched that video. On top of that, you could also run an ad to somebody who's watched any video on your channel. So if your entire channel, let's say your channel is about plumbing products, if somebody watched a video on, a Price Pfister faucet, you could run that ad on, to them about Price Pfister. But if you want to run an ad on because they watched any video, well, then you could run an ad specific about your store that has all the different products. So I hope that makes sense. So based upon their actions, you can run different advertisements. You can also run ads based upon whether they liked a video or not. So if somebody liked a video, you could run a certain ad to them. If they just watched a video, you could run a different ad to them. You could run ads to anybody who's subscribed to your channel. This gives you an opportunity to run ads when you've got new videos coming out, or if you've got new products coming out, because you know that they're interested in your product. You can anybody who's dealt with a playlist, you can do this with playlists. You can run specific ads for people that have watched certain playlists. As you can imagine, this is huge when it comes to products. If you're a local business, for instance, and you provide a variety of different services, let's say a lawyer. So imagine that you're a lawyer and you do family law, and you do bankruptcy law, and you do criminal law, and somebody watches a video about a very specific item, you can then remarket to that person based upon what they watch. So if they watched a bankruptcy video, you can remarket to them based on bankruptcy stuff. And by the way, you can do some pretty cool and maybe creepy stuff with this, by the way. And we've done this. We had a client one time who they dealt with divorce law. And what we did was we were able to retarget people who did certain things and send them videos in advertising. And so what we had was this, person who visited the website, they were somebody else, and they went somewhere else, and we had a video ad, and it says, "Hey, I know that you went to my website recently looking for a divorce lawyer. Obviously this is a tough time, blah, 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 blah." And it gave information about that. Now, I always thought, well, what happens if his wife happens to be on that computer and sees that? We noticed you went to our website. But, hey, you know what? That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to retarget that way. And in other things, it works really well. Maybe you may not want to do that with a divorce lawyer, because you never know who's going to see that ad if they're using your laptop later or something like that. But you can get very, very specific on how you want to do this retargeting. And this retargeting, by the way, is done through Google AdWords or YouTube, which is the same thing. The Google AdWords works with YouTube. And what you do is you go in and you can create a campaign inside of AdWords and choose from a variety of different different types of people who have watched your site, people who have liked, people who have subscribed, people who have watched all your videos, one of your videos, halfway through your videos, whatever it is, you can target them based off of that so that you can run these very specific ads and start to remarket to those people. And this is tremendous because, if you think about when you run, let's say, a Super Bowl ad, right? People pay millions of dollars to run a Super Bowl ad. And if you're running a Super Bowl ad for truck tires, well, you have no idea how many of those people that are watching on that day want a truck tire, because you've got so many different facets. Think about this. You've got people who don't have a car at all. You've got people who have small cars. You got people that have medium-sized cars. You got people that have small trucks. You got people that have large trucks. You've got men. You've got women. You've got kids. And you're sending an ad out because you know that there's 30, 50 million people watching, and you're doing it for large truck tires, but you have no idea how much of that population actually needs large truck tires. And on top of that, once you find, even if you know that there's a good number of people that have them, how many of them need new truck tires right now? You have no idea. But when you look at something like remarketing with a YouTube video or with a YouTube channel, if you've got somebody watching a video about divorce law, they're not doing it for entertainment. They're doing it because they need information. And if you can target that person, you think about this, YouTube has an audience of, about 2 billion people a month versus a Super Bowl, 50 million people. A lot more people that you could actually reach with this. But instead of reaching all 2 billion people, you know who you're reaching. You're reaching somebody who literally needs a divorce lawyer right now because they're watching videos about divorce law. How can you beat that? You can't, because that's the targeting of ads that you need to make sure that you're getting the exact audience that you need when they need you so that you can make a sale. And this works with anything. So if you're selling products, affiliate products, if somebody's watching a video about an affiliate product, you know that they're interested in that. You can retarget them. If they're watching a video about a product on Amazon that you're an affiliate for because you made a video, this is the perfect opportunity to advertise to that person because they watched a video. Now, if you know that they watched a bunch of videos, that's even better. But if somebody's watching a video about a blender It's not the most exciting video in the world, I'm sure, unless it's Will It Blend. It's not going to be the most exciting video in the world. So if they're watching it, they're not doing it for entertainment. They're doing it because they have some sort of interest in a blender, and therefore you can retarget that particular person. So it's a very, very targeted audience. This works great for anybody who's just trying to grow their YouTube channel. So if you know that somebody watched one of your videos, you could run ads getting them to watch more videos, getting them to subscribe, getting them to your website, whatever it is that you want to do. It's not always about a direct sale. Do people want to spend a lot of money to get more subs on the YouTube channel? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on what you're trying to do. But this is a great way to be able to do that. You can offer them more videos because obviously, especially if you're a bigger channel, if you're an entertainment channel where you're making money per view, this is a great opportunity to get more people to subscribe to your page, more people to watch your videos, and therefore bring in more revenue for yourself. And, how can you beat that when you can retarget them this well and make sure that you're doing it? We talked earlier about the Com Expo. If I want to put a video about the Com Expo, that's a perfect opportunity. People watching it, boom, we hit them with a retargeting ad, and they can start to make sales, for tickets for that event. This works with Facebook as well to an extent. You're not going to be doing quite the same thing because you're doing this with AdWords, but same type of deal. If you can build a retargeting list on Facebook, you can run retargeting ads there. There are a lot of different options for retargeting ads, and if you use them in conjunction with YouTube, you got a pretty good deal going on there because you've got somebody that's already engaged in what you're trying to do. So highly recommend that you check that out and that you do that. I know this isn't the longest lesson in the world here because it is very, very detailed, and to go into too many details over an audio podcast probably isn't going to work very well. So I highly recommend that you look into doing retargeting with your YouTube videos. I guarantee you, if you go to YouTube, there are plenty of videos that will show you the actual details on how to do it. But it's not a difficult thing to do. Again, if you have any familiarity with AdWords, you may already have seen these and not messed with them before. But it is a great way to really target the people that you know are looking for what you're trying to do. So there you go. That's my kind of short little spiel on retargeting. Took forever because of some issues that we had, but there we go. It is what it is, and we do it best we can. We are, Steve, I want to take a moment to talk about this. This is when we're recording this is the Thursday before Easter, and it's amazing. We've been doing this podcast now for it's got to be close to 3 years now, right? At least.
2013, June of 2013.
Okay, so 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow, Steve knows June of By the way, my computer is older than that. So
is it? Oh man. I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I remember that.
June of 2013. Wow. So we've been doing this a lot longer than I thought, which is amazing. That just tells you a little something about it. But if you think about this, now we did have, for those of you listening to the podcast, it may be seamless, you may not know this, but we had a tech issue during the live recording on Facebook, and these things happen. But I want to pause and talk about how amazing it is that we're able to do the things that we're able to do. Steve and I are literally in two parts of the country, but yet we're live here on Facebook doing this podcast, and then we're able to put this onto, Apple Podcasts and all these different places where people can listen to us. And it just amazes me the stuff we can do. Whether it's talking to somebody across the ocean through Skype or making a FaceTime call to, your mother in another state. Our world is an incredible place, and I am just so thankful for the technologies that we have. Even when we have these issues, it's how can you complain about a small technical glitch like that when you can do these amazing things that 10 years ago would have been pretty much impossible. 20 years ago, guaranteed it was impossible to do any of this. And right now, we're able to talk to people all across the world. I know that, some of our friends that listen every single week are, in places like Australia and Africa and Europe and all different parts of the U.S. and Canada, Mexico, Brazil. We get all these listeners from all these different places. And we don't need to have, CNN studios. We don't need to be Fox News or ABC or NBC in order to do this. We can do this live right from our offices and just reach out to so many different people. And I want to thank everybody who watches the show and who listens to the podcast, because, without you guys, it wouldn't be worth doing any of this. And I just wanted to share that appreciation and my little spiel on technology. So, Ray Kurzweil, I know that, one of these days my computer's going to get up and, bite my head off. But for now, it's an amazing thing. And I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you guys every single week. And I hope you guys appreciate, what we get to do here. So, Steve, go for it.
Well, a couple things. Backtracking to the lesson on remarketing, I'll put a link to, I think it's from Social Media Examiner, an article on
yes, there's a very good article
on
about that.
And I'll put that in the show notes. And if you're watching the Facebook Live, just go over to Ray Lane. That's what you search on in Facebook, and we'll have it in the comments section there for the second.
And if you ever really want to know about all this retargeting stuff with Facebook, with YouTube, go talk to Daryl Eves. We should bring him on one of these times. Because
he's
my goodness, I've sat through him talking about the retargeting and the remarketing with YouTube, and he's got a stack of papers this thick for one client. I mean, it's amazing the things that you can do with it. And
he's smarter than he looks. And the other thing, the college that my daughter attends, they did a Facebook Live for their fundraising event where they went around the campus and did a game show with all the teachers. So they come in and quiz them, and none of the teachers got it. It was trivia, and then they'd have to spin a wheel, and then they'd have to do certain things, whatever the wheel fell on, like dance. So they made the football coach dance. They played Celebration and had a girl come in and show them what to do and everything. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's funny.
But when they started it, they got popped off the air. They had a piece of equipment that wasn't working, and my daughter was part of the crew. What do we do? I said, just act like nothing happened. Just start it again. Don't worry about it.
Nobody will know. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And that's one of the issues when it comes to live. And by the way, a cheap plug for the Com Expo again, April 19th through the 21st.
Now, I got a question though. Will there be any communists there?
No, there will not be. Definitely not. It's run by Omar, the exact opposite of that. So, but no, the Com Expo, we're going to talk a lot about that, because one of the problems with Facebook Live is many big brands are afraid to use something like Facebook Live because of the potential for technical glitches and things like that. But in the day of the personal media, it's not that big of a deal. You just, you get frustrated, you do it again. And believe me, I've had many, many, many times where Facebook Lives have died on me, or Periscopes have died on me back in the day, or YouTube Lives, or whatever. And, you just have to go for it. And it's with anything. You got to take a chance. You got to go for it, because, if you do 100 of these and 5 of them fail, that's a lot better than if you do none.
If you do none. Well, what the kids do, because I talked to my daughter afterwards, they just discarded the piece of equipment and acted like nothing was wrong and started it again. I mean, that's their mentality.
Sure.
And that's what you need to understand with social media, is that there's a lot of glitches that can happen. Don't worry about it.
And I love the idea of a game show. I've been talking with
it was pretty good.
The people who create the software that we use to run this, which creates all the graphics around us and makes it like a TV studio. I've actually been talking with them about creating some sort of system where people can like buzz in, so that we can have 3 people on and have them click a button to be the first to buzz in, and they're thinking about it. They're trying to figure out how they can do that, but I think that would be fantastic. So we'll have to figure out ways to do that. But I would love to do some sort of a game show. That was one of my goals, is to set that up. So at some point, you may see on my Facebook, you may see a game show coming soon. So
that'd be cool.
There you go.
Well, all right. It's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. Darn good sponsor today, eh? We're brought to you by, what is it? Made possible by. That's darn
yes,
good
not sponsored,
darn
made
good
possible
sponsor.
By.
Yeah.
That's a little legal speak for those of you out there. Made possible by the Lead Kahuna webinar that we did the other day. If you are somebody that either works with local businesses or wants to, you need to check out the webinar that we did the other day, because it was absolutely fantastic. Not only did we have a lot of fun, learn a ton, but you get to get access to one of the most amazing pieces of software I have ever used, and probably, I've only been using it for 2 weeks, but as far as getting leads for local businesses, probably the most profitable tool I've ever had in my life, because I've been using it for 2 weeks, and I've already picked up 5 clients off of doing that for just 2 weeks. I've got a couple of lawyers, I've got a roofer, I've got a real estate agent, which, by the way, if you watch the webinar and then you hear me say that I've got a roofer, lawyers, and a real estate, you're going to say, you're not even following the rules that are in there. But, hey, because you want to focus, and obviously that's a little spread out. But, we started off, we were playing around, and we picked up a few clients in different ways. So you got to check it out. It's the webinar that we did with David Sprague, and you can actually watch it right now in a replay if you head on over to raisebonuses.com/leads. You can actually see the replay right now. And on that page, by the way, there will actually be a Facebook message pop-up that'll come up. So if you want to ask a question to me while you're watching the replay, you can do that. I'll answer the questions for you. Usually pretty quick. Usually within a few minutes.
You're pretty good about it.
So. And, but you got to check it out. Definitely good stuff. And if you're watching this on Thursday, we've actually got tomorrow, Saturday at 11, we're going to be doing a live version of it, or a live replay of it on Facebook Live. So just head over to the Facebook pages, and you'll be able to check it out. It'll be on Video Marketing Madness. It'll be on my personal. It'll be on my business ones. It'll be everywhere. So you can definitely check that out and ask questions along the way. So I hope you do check that out, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And with that, Steve, any last words from you before we take off?
One last word. No, I don't have any last words. No.
Excellent.
Would be no.
Well, happy Easter to everybody who celebrates. And with that, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time, assuming that we don't have any more computer issues. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have a new computer by then. We'll see.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Later.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.